What's up, entertainers?
Bah, 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 bah. It's your boy James.
And your girl Megan.
Back at it again with another video, y'all.
Just for y'all.
Just for y'all. Thank you for all the love and support y'all been showing us.
Oh my god, thank you guys.
Thank y'all so much, y'all. And what are we talking about today, baby?
Today, we figured we would do like another Let's Talk and just pick a topic. And we've been going through a lot of heck this year. And we'll do an end of the year video when that time comes. But for right now, we just wanted to talk about waiting for God's timing and having patience even when that seems like the last thing that you should be doing. And that can go into a job, college, life in general. And so hopefully the message that God's been sharing with us and trying to get through to us will be able to share with you guys, and y'all can share anything that God's revealed to you this year as well. And yeah, we can just experience this thing called life together. So would you like to start with something? Okay. For me, this year has been emotionally, physically, spiritually, mentally, everyly exhausting and draining. Like, it's been a lot. And just from like a college perspective, this semester was the hardest semester I've ever had. And mind you, I took summer courses, which means it's like a crash cram course and everything's accelerated, and you have to learn a full semester within within a month and a half, I think, of learning time. So this semester just, man, I really wanted to give up a lot of times because it was just hard. And I know some people are like, don't quit college, don't do this, don't do that. Well, one, college isn't meant for everybody. And then two, even when you get into college, baby, that was so rude.
I'm sorry, y'all.
I can hear you. I know they can hear you smacking. So they were commenting on the first video, throwing shade at you and everything. I'm just saying. Just trying to help you out. So, like I was saying, this year has just been, this semester has been rough. And on top of that, there were family members of mine that were in the hospital, some of them pretty close to passing away this summer at the same time, and it was like back to back to back to back. James had issues in his personal life, which affected our relationship, and then my parents went through a huge change, and that affected me and my brother and pretty much everybody that lived in that household, and that bled into our relationship. So it's just been draining. And James called me last night venting about his job, and God just kind of sent me this message, and he was like, you know, I have you here for a reason. I'm allowing you to experience these things for a reason. There's a reason for this. Maybe you weren't the best manager in the past, so maybe by having a hard manager, you can learn from that. Maybe you weren't the best student in the past, so having a hard semester will make you appreciate the good teachers, because you had some rough ones this semester, and you can really appreciate those professors and those people who actually pour into you. And you know, maybe you weren't talking to certain family members, and now that some things happen, you might be able to rekindle that relationship. Or maybe through illness and things like that, you were able to see people's true colors in your family, and you had to say you need to back off from them because it's a toxic relationship. And which we'll be talking about toxic relationships in another video as well. So for me, this year has been the hardest year of my life, but I would go through it all again to be where I am right now. Like I told James, I said, we might have been legal adults a few years ago, because I'm 20 and he's 21.
21.
But this year is the first year I can look back and say God was molding me into an adult. Like, I was a legal adult on paper, but emotionally, mentally, the way I thought, the way I acted, the way I moved, it was still very immature. Even this year, I've had to have tough conversations with friends and say, look, I didn't like that you did this, and they've had it with me. And the friends that work on the friendship and say, oh, I didn't even know I was doing that, let's work on this, we stayed friends because they were invested. And the friends that ignore my messages and were being smart about it, you know, you had to part your ways, and that's hard because I'm very caring and very loyal, But I'm at the age and the place now where it's just like, I want people in my life who put in the same amount of effort as I do to be in theirs. And so you look back and you're like, God, why did you allow all this to happen? This doesn't make any sense. Why is this going on? Like, I thought I was doing the right thing and it backfired. And God's like, well, who said you weren't doing the right thing? Nobody did. He said, just because it didn't wind up or end up the way that you wanted it to does not mean that you weren't doing my will and what I wanted you to do. Mm-hmm. So I've really learned, I think, if you could have asked anybody, they would say, Megan may be a lot of things, but what's one thing that she sucks at? And everybody would have said patience. I can be the nicest person to you, but like, now I'll have patience with other people. It's more so like, if I want something done, or if I need something to happen now, or I think this is how it should go, then I want it to happen just like that. And if it doesn't, then I get impatient. Other people, if they do stuff, I can wait and be patient, stuff like that. So it's more so with myself, and with things that I couldn't control. And this year I learned patience and learning that the only amount of control that I have, or say so that I have, God blessed me with. It's nothing, because I can study my butt off, but if God doesn't bless me with the specific job or job position and stuff like that, you know, and even if I am working for 10 other bosses, I'm still in that position for a reason, because he blessed me with that. So that's what I learned from this year. How about you?
Ooh. I said patience and self-discipline. If y'all don't know me, well, y'all know a little bit from the little get to know us and things, but this year was a rough year for a brother, and very rough. Went through a lot of highs and lows, and very low lows and things in that nature. I'm not about to get into too big of a details and all the lows, but here in Kansas City, you know, working and full-time student is hard. It's hard. I'm not gonna lie to nobody. It's hard. It's hard to stay patient with people and have that self-discipline to get stuff done, and sort of stay like schoolwork and just work in general. It's just hard, and I learned through all of the rough times that I'm having that God have a purpose for what He's doing. He will not put anybody in no predicament without a purpose. Everything that happens has a purpose. I know Satan been attacking me this week, and I was at work and I'm like, dang, Satan's really hammering on me hard, because I'm telling you, like, I'm drained. I was sucked out dry, and I'm trying my best to run to the back of the line and really submit myself to Christ and make sure I'm 100% submitted, because it's rough right now, and praying really does help, in studying His Word and listening to, and just being around a lot of positivity. You know, there's a lot of drama going on this earth, on this world and things, and it's easy to get something to stuff that you know would honor God. You know, it's so easy to get sucked into stuff, especially if you're around it 24/7. It's so easy to give into that fleshly desire to gossip and to be in that drama. Like,
yeah, that's what I was gonna say, which kind of leads into like another video that we're doing, which is like toxic relationships. But I think a major part of learning patience and learning trust and honesty and loyalty is making sure that you have a solid team around you. You know, like me and James said in the other video, there's a lot of past and history and hurt and immaturity and pain that we caused other people. Mm-hmm. And, you know, that we went through, but we definitely played a huge role in hurting other people. And you have to make sure that while you're growing, the people that are around you are allowing you to grow, and that you're allowing them to grow. I remember I was talking to my best friend the other day, and she made a statement, and I said, no, I don't do that anymore. I said, I had to stop doing that because I realized it wasn't making God happy. And you have to be able to be the person to let your friends grow. So you see they're not doing certain things anymore, don't bring it up. Or you can ask them about it and stuff like that, but don't hold them to their old selves, because people do change. And if you have people in your life that constantly remind you of every wrong that you did in your life, even after you haven't made those same mistakes in 10, 15 years, or even in just 2 or 3 years, then I would recommend falling back from that relationship, whether it be cousin, brother, aunt, uncle, best friend, sister, I don't care. Anybody who you feel like is holding you back from you being able to grow into the person that God wants you to be. The people that really love you, they may say something and you'll be like, oh no, I don't do that anymore. And they'll be like, oh, okay, well then girl, that's fine. Like, I'm proud of you. Don't do it. Like, good. Let's talk about something else. And that's what my best friend did, and I really respected that. But there are some people that'll be like, nah, you still do it. Well, I said I didn't. Well, I think that you do. Oh, think it. like you're more than entitled to your opinion. But I think with learning patience, and we'll talk more in depth about that when we talk about toxic relationships, but with learning patience and waiting on God's timing, when he says, if you're listening to him, it's time to grow up, then you should have an army around you that is encouraging that and saying, let's grow. Not saying, well, you're still a kid, you're still a child. Well, maybe to you, but you don't spend time with me, so you don't know. Well, y'all are too young to be doing this. Well, y'all aren't with us every single day, so all you see is a couple pictures on Instagram or Facebook or a couple posts, and you talk to us once a month, and then you make your own conclusions. So you have to surround yourself with people that don't only just see the Instagram posts and the Facebook posts and all the other, and Snapchat and all that stuff, but they are praying for you, praying with you, praying over you, and they're wanting to see you grow, and you're wanting to see them grow, and you can grow together. And that's for anybody, for people that you have that are older than you in your life, younger than you. That's like, my brother is 12 years old. That's like if I would be talking to him and I'd be like, well, you know, I still think that you should just act 3 years old. Well, I can think that all I want to, but the reality is he's not 3 anymore. He is closer to being a teenager than a little kid. I have to treat him that way. If I don't, I'm messing up the relationship because I'm not letting him grow. My parents, it wouldn't be fair if they treated me like I was 15 years old still living at the house. I don't. And so if they don't let me grow, then I'm going to grow, but it's just going to be in a different direction than what they're wanting me to grow in. So surround yourself with people that let you grow, not the way that they want you to grow, not the way that they want you to live, but the way that they are seeing God is leading you in. And if you're able to do that for somebody else, then that, for me, has helped me learn patience, because it's saying, oh, I really don't want you to be doing this with your life. I really don't want you to be dating that guy. I can't stand him. I don't like him. I don't want you doing this. I don't want you doing that. But guess what? It's not my life. So I have to learn the only life that I'm in control of, if I have any control at all, is mine. And what I have to decide is, am I going to follow God? Yes. Do I care about this person? Yes. Am I willing to step back, shut up, be there when they need me to be there, support them, encourage them, pray for them, and wait for them to grow into the person that God created them to be? And that patience in your relationship with yourself, in your relationship with, if you're dating somebody, with your siblings, with your parents, with your friends, that will pour over into other areas in your life. And one day you'll be able to sit there and be like, wow, a year ago this really would have bothered me, but now I'm realizing maybe this is happening for a reason.
Right.
You know? And even if things happen that are bad, maybe God's allowing it for a reason. And don't think everything that that you think is good is happening is from God, because it's not. Sometimes it's happening just because you want to do what you want it to do, but you don't see the future consequence of it down the road.
Right.
So, you know, for us, it's just really been trying to listen to God's voice, surrounding ourselves with people that uplift us, encourage us, not baby us. If they think that we're wrong, tell us that we're wrong, but that are allowing us to grow and experience life together. Do you have anything else to say?
You long-winded.
Sorry.
Oh,
Did you have anything else to say? Are you sure?
Because I would get into relationships.
Oh, yeah. So, honestly, the toxic relationship will probably be like 30 minutes long, because we really need to get some stuff out there. We won't be talking bad about anybody, but sharing lessons that we've been learning. And so, yeah, this video is not to gossip or anything like that. It's for y'all to understand where we're coming from about learning patience, and how make sure that you're giving that patience to someone else, and then make sure that the people around you are giving that same amount of patience to you, to let you grow up and let you experience life the way that you're going to experience life, because nobody's experience is going to be the same. So yeah, I know this was more serious. We try to do at least one serious one a week, because life is not, although we say, you know, might as well entertain yourself, some things that you may look back and say, oh, that was a good thing that happened. Right now it sucks and it feels awful. And so we want to be as real and open with you guys as we can be. So, you want to do the outro?
You can.
Okay.
I still don't remember all of it.
Thanks for watching this video, you guys. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Oh, before you subscribe, share the link to all your friends. Then subscribe. Well, no, I guess you should subscribe first and then share the link. But anyways, after you subscribe, make sure you
smack that bell icon for notification whenever you drop new videos. Show us some love out here. You know, it would be much appreciated. Y'all will love it so much if you smack that notification whenever we drop new videos. Y'all will stay up to date with our JMD Entertainment.
And remember, only you can live your life. So you might as well entertain yourself along the way. Love you guys. Mwah.
Deuces.